Welcome back. Melatonin is a popular sleep supplement, but it's not a sedative. It's a hormone your brain makes to signal darkness and help set your body's sleep clock. Medical reporter Viv Williams breaks down who it can help and when it can make sleep worse.
The Sleep Foundation says that melatonin is the most popular sleep aid in the U.S. Some people may think that the supplement is a sedative. That is a myth.
Melatonin is not a sleeping pill. Melatonin is a circadian cue of darkness. It lets our body know when the sun has gone down.
Dr. Michael Howell, a University of Minnesota neurologist and sleep specialist, says melatonin is a hormone produced in your brain that helps regulate circadian rhythm by cueing your body to prepare for sleep.
So not only should you be naturally getting sleepy, your body temperature should be coming down, your gut should also be slowing down, quieting down, and your body should be getting ready for sleep. That's what melatonin does.
Howell says melatonin supplements can work well for people who tend to be night owls, people who stay up late and get up late.
A little bit of melatonin, and I'd like to emphasize a little bit. We're talking about just a milligram here. A couple of hours before bed is just fantastic for an individual who has a circadian rhythm delay because it can help pull that rhythm earlier and over time, over a few days, make it easier to fall asleep earlier and, just as importantly, wake up earlier.
But if you're an early bird, the type who crashes in the evening by 8 p.m. and is wide awake by 3 or 4 a.m., Hal recommends avoiding melatonin.
If that person takes melatonin, you're only going to make your problem worse.
Howell says it'll make you want to go to bed even earlier and you'll have trouble sleeping through the night. In addition to melatonin, Howell says other tips that may help both night owls and early birds fall asleep include limiting caffeine and alcohol, avoiding nicotine, avoiding big evening meals, keeping your bedroom cool and dark, and waking up at the same time every morning. With this Medical Mythbuster, I'm Viv Williams.
Well, that was a good explanation. What would you add to that?
I think on the surface is what people don't realize is that melatonin actually comes from serotonin, and 90% of the serotonin is made in the gut, but that serotonin does not cross the blood-brain barrier. So how do we get this serotonin in the brain? It's from an amino acid that's essential that you get from your diet called L-tryptophan. So L-tryptophan, a small amount, crosses the blood-brain barrier. It gets there and it's converted into serotonin, and then serotonin converts it into melatonin.
Okay. Is this why turkey makes us
I was
tired?
going to say that.
I know.
But it is.
I know.
But there's a catch to it. The melatonin feeds back into the gut. You see what he said. But if you're stressed or inflamed, you don't make serotonin. The tryptophan makes another enzyme called kynurenolic acid, and that's inflammatory. So now you're not making melatonin. That might be why you can't go to sleep when you're stressed. You go to a different pro-inflammatory pathway.
Right.
Everything changes.
Right. What I like about this episode is the importance of sleep. Like how important sleep is. Waking up the same time every day. I remember when my schedule changed and I was waking up later and later, and I ended up feeling worse and worse.
Right.
It had a negative. It was harder.
People who work at night and all that.
Exactly.
That's really hard.
So I started getting up at the same time, generally in the morning, and it made all the difference in the world.
One of the things about melatonin is in the studies I've read are not use it for children.
All right, yeah.
And unfortunately, we do see parents that will put it on board not knowing those studies.
Yeah.
And so I always want to, kind of remind people because it's not healthy to use this with our kids to help them sleep.
I think
not as a long term.
If you ever talk to someone who's a functional pediatrician and all that, and it's compound and all that, there are some different variations. So I think you should really seek out someone like that, because the one size does not fit all.
Right.
But melatonin also has a whole bunch of other medical benefits people don't realize. Anti-cancer, depression. I mean, they look at it with another compound called methylene blue. There's a lot of health benefits.